Alola, everybody! Welcome to the Dex, where we cover trivia and battle strategy for a different Pokemon each and every week. I'm Island Kahuna Alex.
And I'm Pokekells. This week, guys, I am so excited! It's part one of our three-parter about the final evolutions of all the Alolan starter Pokemon.
Yeah, man, you guys were just like, hey, do this. And we were just like, yo, no problem, we're on it. Now we're just like, here, and it's, you know, it's tight. But also, I'm double excited because we're starting off with my favorite one of the bunch.
Yep, so sit back, relax, grab your bow and your favorite hoodie because it's time for the Aeroquill Pokemon, fam.
Yep, it's Decidueye.
Decidueye is a tall, hooded owl marksman who uses its quills as arrows. It is said that it can pierce a pebble at 100 yards and fire trick shots that curve in midair to hit their targets, like that one movie with the curving bullets with Angelina Jolie and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
James McAvoy.
Whatever, the comic was better.
Anyway, Decidueye has a very collected and focused demeanor, but when caught by surprise, it's seized by panic. Decidueye prefers to be on top of all situations, so it generally moves about while masking its presence from others to set up for the opportune attack.
If we dissect its name, we get deciduous and deadeye. Deadeye is a slang term for an expert marksman, which Decidueye totally is, and deciduous refers to deciduous trees, which are seasonal and shed their leaves with the change of seasons. In animals, deciduous refers to parts that fall off or are shed, like deer antlers, our baby teeth, and Decidueye's quills.
Decidueye is very likely based on a genus of owl called stilt owls, which actually once lived on the Hawaiian Islands. There were at least 4 species of stilt owls on the island, and they spent most of their time on the ground with their long legs because they had no natural predators.
Unfortunately, when the Polynesians came to the Hawaiian Islands, they brought pigs and rats with them and completely disrupted the ecosystem, and the stilt owls were totally wiped out. Now, the only proof of their existence we have are the bones. Sad, no question, but is that actually why Decidueye is a ghost? Is that the tightest thing ever? We just find out the tightest Pokemon fact ever?
Well, it's super cool, that's for sure.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, yo, only that there's still more left to find out, which we will do right now by taking a look into the heart of Hawaiian culture. And it's a cool heart, my dudes.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Pokemon.
So the first thing you gotta know is that there's this Hawaiian concept called Aumakua, which means traveling ancestor. These were said to be the spirits of family members residing in the body of a plant or animal and serve to guard and protect the family. They are also deified and respected as advisors and healers like the manta ray grandma in Moana.
And the best part is, everyone had Aumakua, and if you somehow lost contact with your guardian spirit, you would go to your kahuna who would help you reconnect, which is super cool when you think about Kahuna Hala giving you your starter, connecting you with your guardian spirit. Neat. I like. So good.
And the form an Aumakua takes determines a few things about its guidance. The form of the Hawaiian short-eared brown owl, or pueo, is especially sacred. Expressions in Hawaiian call pueo the owl who sings of war, and the owl as a protector in battle, and the guardian owl who belongs to heaven and earth. It is one of the oldest manifestations of Hawaiian family protectors, and is supposed to be exceptionally skilled in battle, just like my boy Decidueye is.
Plus, the pueo owl itself, removed from the deep symbolism it carries in Hawaiian culture, is a threatened species in Hawaii. They prefer to nest in grassy areas, hence the grass type, and spend a lot of time on the ground. But just like Decidueye, they are very shy, which makes them very vulnerable to land development by people. Owls, man. Dang.
Yeah, and it's double sad when you remember that owls are no strangers to the spirit world. Many cultures associate owls with wisdom, guidance, and death. They're said to have intuition and abilities to see what others do not see, and the idea that we're just wiping them out to make another hotel really just kind of seems wrong, right?
Right. And maybe that's Game Freak's angle, you know? What better way to rep that Hawaiian influence and send the message that wildlife is awesome and should be preserved than by giving you a spirit owl of your own that protects you with its great skills and lives among the green and healthy grasses of Alola. That right there, very, very cool stuff.
Decidueye is so cool!
Right?
I've never been more prouder to be Team Rowlet, man!
Okay, Stretch, calm it down.
I can't, I'm too psyched! Let's just jump right into that Decidueye VGC 2017 strat. I'm on a roll!
All right, let's do it.
Pokemon! Remember earlier when we said Decidueye liked to kind of hang back and make its shot count rather than relying on brute force? Same deal in practice, and if you do it right, this guy can make you feel super cool. Start with an Adamant 1 and EV train it fully in HP with a bunch in defense and a little in attack to taste.
You're going in pretty bulky with this build, which is good because Decidueye practically has a utility belt full of tools at its disposal, and you'll want to be around for a few turns. This is going to be why you want to run Protect on this set, because it not only does keep you safe, it lets you stall out special battlefield conditions like Psychic Terrain and Trick Room.
As far as offense goes, Leaf Blade's got that extra crit chance in case you get intimidated, and it totally threatens peeps like Tapu Fini enough to make them think twice. But if you're really feeling saucy, try out Decidueye's signature Ghost Stab move, Spirit Shackle, which also prevents switch outs from whoever you hit it with until you're off the field.
Yep, and if you happen to trap a scary physical attacker in the ring with you, why not ruin their day with a feather dance and then sit back and listen to all the ping ping pings as their attacks practically bounce off your big, bulky self. Add insult to injury by running this set with a Citrus Berry and watch your opponent's face just fall as they thought they were getting somewhere.
And that's basically how it goes. But of course, that's not the only way to train a Decidueye, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
Again, like we say, staying alive for a few turns is key, so if you're having trouble doing that, maybe try running this set with a Focus Sash instead and being pretty liberal with that Protect.
Eventually, Decidueye will also have access to the ability Long Reach, which makes it so that contact moves don't actually cause you to make contact, rendering things like Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet useless, which is pretty dang cool.
Being a starter, Decidueye also has access to a unique Ghost-type Z move with Decidium Z called Sinister Arrow Raid. It's pretty powerful with 180 base power, but it's not universally useful, so run it when you need it and not when you don't.
And finally, being a bird, Decidueye has access to a few key flying type moves like Brave Bird and Roost, but again, he kinda needs as many of his toolbox moves as possible, so while these things can be effective, only run them if you have a concrete plan.
And that's that! I wonder if the starters really were intended to be like Amakua. That would be so cool, man! And we get to look at Incineroar and Primarina next. Oh, yes! I'm excited! Thanks for watching!
Right, and let's give a quick shout out to our Patreon supporters who help keep our lights on, and all the awesome folks on our Discord, which you can join to help us do research or battle and trade, or just plain nerd out by using the links in the description below.
Oh, but before you take off, make sure you leave a like or a comment behind, or if you want some more delicious Pokemon facts and trivia, stick around and we'll toss you some sick links. Hashtag sick links. I'm PokeKels.
And I'm Island Kahuna Alex. Tune in next week for another purposefully infuriating episode of
The Dex.